me please, oh no. Won't you please just come on home? Thank you. Can I get a little more vocal on the monitors, please? Please. Oh, I can't talk? Oh.
3 minutes, Dick.
Mississippi State, hoping things might go my way. For every hard-earned dollar I made, there stands a white man to take it away. Some might say I talk loud, see if I can. Unlike them, I walk away from my feelings. I busted bones, broken stone, look the devil in the eyes. I hope he's gonna break his chains. No water, no rest. I saw my chance and I gotta make last. I took his 6-shooter, put 2 in his chest. He'll never say a word no more. I'll never say a word no more. Yeah, the devil gone good for sure. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Let's do cutting it close. Yeah, Matt, cutting it close. Here's another original song. It's called Cutting It Close. Never said that I was a saint, but I ain't no fool in a maze. It's easy to find your escape. When you're trying to learn from mistakes, yeah. But on a road less follow. Don't know what'll happen tomorrow. Oh, where does the time go? I'm cutting it close, yeah, out of control. Out of control. And if you got what it takes, you can't be easy to break, yeah. So I look my fears dead in the face, and then I go about my day. But on the road less follow. Don't know what'll happen tomorrow. Oh, where's the sun go? You're running and you're cutting and go till you're out of control. Thank you, guys. Man, I already fucked my voice up. It's so early.
All right, guys, we're just about to. Gentlemen, and welcome to Vinny Brand's world-famous Stress Factory Comedy Club. We're here another night for Vicky and Vinny Live. You guys ready to have a good time? Put your heads together! Welcome Vinny and Vicky to the main stage.
Oh my God! Wow! Welcome everybody. How about the band, huh? Unbelievable. Right or wrong? How many of you people have been watching the show live on Facebook? Anybody at all yet? Okay, good. Yeah. So those of you that have been watching us live on Facebook, you know that when we met these guys, they couldn't even play the instruments. It was all overdubbed by Vicky and I. Joe, just play a little lead that I taught you. Just a little bit, Joe. That I taught you. Joe, that's not nice. Anyway, the point is, we have a great show for you tonight. Vicky, we're in a good mood, right?
Oh, we're in a great mood tonight.
We got Rich Vos tonight.
I'm so excited.
We got Sam Hunter.
Fantastic from our Bridgeport, Connecticut location.
And the unbelievable band.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And I'm excited because it's the night before Father's Day.
I'm super excited for tomorrow.
What?
I'm super excited for your day tomorrow.
Yeah, how many fathers out there, just, and how many of you know how shitty Father's Day really is? No one ever does. It's like the worst. It's just, it's Father's Day. Cut the grass and we made a hamburger. I go out for Mother's Day.
You do go all out for Mother's Day.
I go all out for
You
Mother's
do
Day.
go all out. And actually, this year on Mother's Day, I woke up. You had posted, no joke, 80 pictures of me on Facebook that I had to go through and delete so you didn't look like a psycho. Like 80. I'm not joking. 80 pictures on my Mother's Day post. I was like, oh my God.
And
I went through
instead of
and I
thank you,
deleted
know what she
them.
did? She went through the post and she goes, I don't like this one. Why'd you do this? Look at this. I look fat in this one.
No, because he would just look like a crazy person with 80 pictures.
No, 80 pictures shows that you love your wife, right, sir? You post 80 pictures of your wife on or your girlfriend, doesn't matter. So, but Father's Day has always been like a little bit of a letdown, right?
Well, usually on Father's Day, we're at a soccer tournament or we were at nationals for track.
Yeah, doing shit I want to do.
Yeah, definitely for you.
Here's my favorite Father's Day story. I wake up one day and Vicky goes, oh.
Live comedy.
Letterman never had to deal with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wake up and Vicky goes, oh, I'm so bummed out. Your Father's Day gift didn't come. I ordered it and then it was supposed to be delivered and it didn't come. And I'm like, don't worry about it, honey. As long as you put the thought out there, that's all that matters, right, Vicky?
No, it wasn't my finest moment.
No, and Vicky ordered on my Amazon account, and I get an email 10 minutes later. Hey, thanks for your order. I'm like, you sneaky bitch.
I was not thinking that he'd immediately get an email saying that I just ordered his Father's Day present.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about the internet. I wasn't thinking about Amazon.
Right.
I was just trying to slide the gift in there and saying it didn't deliver.
Right. And so then she goes, wow, I ordered you a really great thing. It's a hammock. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. And the hammock comes, and because Vicky was in a hot rush to order at the last second, she forgot to order the actual hammock part, just a frame.
I didn't read the whole description.
She sent me a hammock kit. All you have to do is get some canvas and shit.
Yeah.
That was the shittiest one. Did you do better tomorrow?
I hope so.
Yeah. I think
Fingers
that doesn't
crossed.
fill me with a lot. It doesn't fill me with a lot. We got a great show tonight. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Thank you for coming out. This is our first outside show. And we were worried. We were worried all day long that it was going to rain. And Derek and Mark and Crystal and Vinny and 2 of the 4 servers worked their ass off making sure that this thing came together. And they worked. Please give them a big round of applause. And now, one of my favorite things to do. And you just drove in from Maine, right? Joe, did you lie to me? North Carolina, Maine, same shit. So we added a drummer tonight. Joe went out and got us a drummer. I love these guys. If you're watching them week after week, I am 100% sure you're watching the future of rock and roll. Please welcome Joe Coonan and the maestro Alex Moravicek and that drummer kid whose name I forget. Hit it, boys! No, do a whole song. I want to hear a whole song. The hell? That's why you got to go to rehearsal, Joe.
There's a full moon peeking through the clouds. All the freaks out in the town drink it up till they drown, till they can't hear a single sound. Whiskey's what it's all about. It ain't hard to figure it out. Till the bartender kicks them out. It's time for another round. Yeah. Hey, 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 hey. They'll come around. Hey, hey, hey. They'll come around. Old bones, a highway bound, sleeping on the ground. luck with a frown, flip it upside down. When the music's playing loud, it's like a circus by the sound. Yeah. Everybody loves a clown, but what goes up must come down. Till the bartender kicks him out, it's time for another round. Yeah. They'll come around. Hey, 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 we'll come around. Yeah. Come around.
Oh my God, hit it for the band.
Amazing. That's amazing.
I love that. Joe, that was unbelievable.
Thanks, man.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's an original song called
That's your
Come
original?
Around. Yeah.
Is that on the album?
No, that's on the album, yeah. It's
That's
not-
on the new album or the old album?
new album.
The new
yeah.
album. What's the name of the new album?
You know, I don't have a name for it.
Oh,
yet.
Joe, I'll help you with that. How about Vinnie Brand?
Vinnie Brand found you.
No, I'll tell you something right now. I say it every week. And when you get to be a big star, we know that you're not going to forget it. That's the important part.
Never, dude.
Yeah,
Never
you're
forget.
you're unbelievable. Joe, I love you. You're unbelievable. And what is the drummer's name, by the way?
Matt Lanza, he's a good old family friend, and man, he's just one hell of a fucking drummer. I'll tell you.
Yeah, and you guys got together this morning.
That's right. We had our first practice this morning.
This morning, they got their first practice, and I think that's amazing. Give them a big round of applause for the band. So Governor Murphy has not opened up everything yet.
Nope. We are
Nope.
still waiting to get
Nope,
inside.
but don't worry, folks. Every time you hear the word folks, you know you're going to get fucked. And I don't know. Are you happy with the governor? I love him. Oh, I love him. He's doing a great job. He keeps telling us he's got our back, but he's got both hands on our shoulders. That's the bad part. Now, I'm not saying it's an easy job. It's just we got to get open again, right or wrong, sir. And yet we're not. Sports are next. Sports and tattoos, which will make this guy very happy. Tattoos before dining inside.
Yeah, they said that they're having a hard time figuring out
Yeah.
how to dine inside. Except, listen, we're following the rules. We are following the rules. We're
Yes.
outside. We're eating and drinking outside. Some places are not following the rules.
Yeah, we're following
We
the
are
rules. Let me
following
tell you
the
something right
rules.
now. If you get up without a mask on, our staff will tackle you to the ground and disinfect you. I'll tell you something. We got Woody from Toy Story here, and I told him when he came in,
Yeah.
you put your goddamn mask on, Woody.
Yeah.
I don't care what Buzz Lightyear is doing tonight. I love it. Now, you know what's not back? Not back sports, but this is the first time ever that the Yankees and Mets are undefeated this late into the season. And that's fantastic. The Mets have a great season. And I don't even miss live sports because I used to like to go to them, but you ruined that.
I don't like to get caught up in the lines at trying to get out. So
Yeah, that's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
Vicky will say to me, I want to go to that sporting event. Like, I'll get tickets, right, sir? Like, one time I had tickets for a Devils playoff game. Do you know how rare the Devils were in the playoffs, sir? And it was at the old Brendan Byrne Arena.
Yep.
And you had to park your car, and then you take a bus over to the arena. And it was an amazing game. This is back when they would play 3 overtimes, and that's how the game was. Now, this was 0-0 game, right? Mm-hmm. And Vicky the whole time, when are we leaving? When can we leave? I'm like,
Nothing
Vicky,
was happening. It was 0-0.
yeah, it was 0-0. But after the first period, Vicky's like, is the game over? I'm like, no, there's two breaks. And she goes, there's 2 half times. I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you? That's impossible. How can there be 2 halftimes? And then what happened was the game ended in a 0-0 tie. And now they got to do 3 overtimes. The first overtime, 0-0. And let me tell you something, sir. Amazing game. It was a defensive masterpiece. Goalies were making incredible saves. Joe, the goalie, made a behind-the-back save on a 3-1 breakaway. It was amazing, 3v1 breakaway. Vicky understands none of it. She's like,
Nope.
they're not scoring. This sucks. Right? So then we're down to the last overtime. The game has been amazing. It's 0-0. There's 2 minutes left, and Vicky goes, I want to leave. I go,
Because
no.
it was super crowded, and I wanted to get to our car. I didn't want to get caught up with anything.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
wants to be the first one on the bus. What did you say?
We got to go. We got to be the first ones on the bus.
First one. I want to be the first people on the bus. I'm like, Vicky, who gives a shit about the bus? We're going to watch this game. And then what'd you do?
I made you leave.
You made me leave. She pissed and moaned. She ruined it. Other people around us just said, fuck it, let's leave. And they left because she was pissing and moaning so much. And we left, and we were the first one on the bus.
We had the best seat on the bus.
Best seat on the bus. The second guy on the bus burst on the bus. He goes, did you see that fucking finish? I go, what? He goes, it was amazing. It was a breakaway, and the guy did this and that, and the Devils won. And Vicky's like, we'd have to wait in line. I'm like, I'm never going anywhere with you again.
That's only because, so I met Vinny in college. And
All right, don't say it like that. We have a whole Jeff Ross thing going on right now.
No. I met Vinny when I was in college, and we had tickets to the Yankee game. And stupidly, I don't know what I was thinking. I had a chemistry exam the next day, and in that class, you only had a midterm and a final. I did bring my chemistry book with me.
To Yankee Stadium for a Seattle Mariner playoff game. And Vicky is sitting 14 rows off the field studying chemistry. Go ahead.
And Vinny wouldn't let us leave. I kept saying, Vinny, I have a final tomorrow. I got a final tomorrow. And Vinny was like, no, we're not leaving until the Yankees leave. And so now we're
I think
missing.
it's the right time to leave. So you leave when the Yankees go home.
Yeah. So we miss all the trains. And now I'm freaking out because I'm like, I can't miss my final, Vin. I got to get back. And now some very nice Yankee fans were like, we'll drive you back. I'm like, no way.
Yeah, I'm
Am
like,
I
let's
driving
go.
with a bunch of strangers?
They're going right to our town. Let's jump in the car with them. She's like, they're strangers. I'm like, they're Yankee fans. How bad can they be? This isn't Boston. So good.
So needless to say, we did eventually get back. And
Wait, how'd the game end?
I don't know if they won
Yeah,
or
she doesn't even know.
something.
She doesn't give a shit. But I wanted to bring a friend to the game, and she said, no, you can bring me. It's a playoff game. I love baseball. No, you don't.
Well, after I had to do 4 more months of chemistry, that's why we have to leave all the time now early because I failed the class.
The game went 15 innings long. Jim Leyritz hit a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 15th inning at 1:30 in the morning. No trains. She won't get in a car with strangers. We took a cab home. Cost me $157 because this one wouldn't take a drive. And then she failed chemistry and blamed it on me. That was your fucking fault.
Yeah.
Here's my favorite one. This is the one that did us in. No more sports with Vicky. I wanted to go to a big-time college football game. My daughter goes to Michigan. We get tickets to see Michigan, Penn State in the big house, my first game ever, and it's a little chilly. So walking into the stadium, I've got her and her 3 daughters, which are my daughters too. But
They're
when we're
your
going to-
kids too. I don't know why suddenly they're just mine.
Now, when you're all pissing and moaning, I don't want to take credit for that. And
Well, first you're missing a point. I missed buying the tickets, so you buy them you get a small allotment of time as parents to buy the tickets. What I didn't know is they go on sale like a concert, so they sold out in minutes.
Right.
So then I didn't really want to admit that I made it, so I went on StubHub and bought tickets, and they were the cheap price of $1,100. So super expensive tickets.
Yeah, she buys all these tickets. How much were they?
It was $1,100.
I didn't even know that till just now. I'm even
Yeah.
more pissed off. I thought they were $800. I swear to God, she's always told me $8, and that was a mistake right there. Because now we're gonna fight on Father's Day.
You are on a need-to-know basis.
We're gonna definitely fight on Father's Day. So she got $1,100 worth of tickets. I beat them to the stadium because they're women, okay, and they don't give a shit. And so going to the stadium, it's a little chilly, and I go, I better buy some blankets and stuff, and I buy blankets and scarves, all Michigan on it. A scarf is $400. It cost me like $800 worth of warm shit. But I don't care, sir, because I don't want to leave the game early. Like, that's all I care about, all right? I'm actually buying shit from the stand. I'm like, give me 4 scarves. And the guy's like, 4? I'm like, yeah, 4. He actually high-fived the other people. So I got all that stuff.
Yeah.
And we get in the stadium. There's how many people? 110,000.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
And because there's so many people, it's hot. It's hot. And now they make me hold all the shit. I am buried in scarves and blankets. I'm sweating like I am right now. And we get through 1/4 of the game. Michigan is kicking the living shit out of Penn State. It is making me so happy. And Vicky.
Well, first, my girls, because Vinny's, for anyone that doesn't know, Vinny's severely hard of hearing. So when we want to discuss something without him knowing, we just turn our back. And so we'll secretly talk.
This
and
is
then,
the house I live in.
Yeah.
They talk about me, right? They'll go like this. He's a complete asshole. You know that, right?
No.
And then the girls go, we know, Mom, he's an asshole. And she'll go, no, turn. He can read lips. Turn.
So I say, so first my little one, she's 6 at the time, and she's just spilling hot chocolate on the woman in front of us, and we keep turning around like we're not doing it. So like already it's like off.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
Hot chocolate and popcorn all over the woman.
Yeah,
all right?
poor thing.
It's making me so happy. I'm laughing my ass off because it's so tight in Michigan Stadium, and she's just spilling shit, and Vicky's losing her mind, and I'm like, this is the most entertaining day I've ever had.
But as a mom, you know you're super stressed out then because your kid is like spilling stuff on someone else, and you're not having a good time. We're packed in there, and I'm like, I'm gonna leave with Cassie. I gotta go. Like, girls, you stay with Dad. And my girls are like, we don't want to stay with Dad. We want to leave too. And
This is all happening while I'm sitting there. I'm
Yeah.
looking at him, and this is what Vicky does when she talks about me. She doesn't want people to know. She'll look at me and go, ha, and then she goes right back and shit talks me.
So I say to the girls, the older girls, somebody's got to stay with Daddy. We can't abandon him. One person's got to stay. So now my older girls are fighting. No one wants to stay at the game. Like, we don't want to go. We want to go. Mom, come on. Let's go sit at a restaurant. It'll be so much more fun. And I'm like, me? And I'm like, yeah, that does sound like a good time. We won't hit any crowds. Like, obviously, there's a theme here. I don't like crowds. So
At first, her and her 2 adult children
Well, they're not adults,
conspire
but, yeah.
to stick the poor 6-year-old with me.
Yeah.
They literally said, you're staying with Dad. And now I know what's going on because the 6-year-old's melting down. I'm not staying with him. And Vicky's going, shh, quiet. We don't let Dad hear this shit. Go ahead.
So what we decide is that Vinny could stay at the game alone.
Yeah.
And we're going to go to a restaurant to finish watching the game.
Always fun. So now I go, okay, you guys take the stuff. And Vicky goes, nah, too heavy. You stay with the stuff. I've got 4 blankets, 4 scarves, hats, all kinds of shit. I look like a vendor that doesn't have a tray. And I go, well, fuck it. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to stay. And I leave. And we go to a restaurant. And it cost us $300 to watch the game that we paid $1,100 to watch. That's why you're out.
Yeah, no more sports events for me. So I'm done.
I'm done with sports. I don't care when they open up. Joe, give us a little bit before I do this commercial. We got to do a commercial. I'll do the commercial first. Crystal, you ready? You ready? Add a commercial. Be ready. All right? Now listen to me. We got to pay some bills, and we're going to do it real quick. You're not going to see the commercial. I'm going to... All right, so look, right over there. See that restaurant, Salt? When you leave here, I want you to go look at that restaurant. That restaurant is unbelievable. All week long, they've been feeding us, even though we say no more food. The food is amazing. And restaurants right now are getting their ass kicked because they can only open up outside. I want you to do me a favor. Make a point to go to that restaurant in the next week. That place is amazing. The best seafood anywhere. It might be open late tonight, I'm not sure. But after the show, we'll find out. And if you need a card or something, we'll give it to you. And Joe, give me a little bit of music right about now. Sam, you ready? We got more show. You guys ready for more show? Let me hear you loud and clear. All right, now I'm going to tell you what. We're going to bring our first comic to stage, and I'm very excited to get this guy here because this guy works with us. You'll play him up, right? You'll play him up. This guy works with us in Connecticut, and when I hired him, he was not funny. He was like Joe, and I had to teach him how to be funny. But I will tell you this much right now. He is working all over the clubs in New York City when and if they ever open up again. Up in Connecticut, he kills it for us week after week after week. He will be appearing at the Montreal Just for Laughs Comedy Festival. Please welcome our friend Sam Hunter.
Good Lord. Jesus. How are you, huh? How about it for the band? Huh? Vinny and Vicky, all that. This is fun. I did not know you guys are going to be up here with me. This is good. Before the show, you and I were talking about what it's like to bomb, like when you're on stage, and you're going to experience it right along with me, so it's going to be good. I haven't done stand-up in about 100 days. I feel like I'm fucking losing my virginity again. Oh, my God. Fucking hands are shaking. It's a good time. Ma'am, you look great. All right. All right, you're right where I want you. Okay, here we go. Strong start. My fucking heart is pumping like I just jogged here from Connecticut. Jesus. Good Lord. Thank you for the clap. That was a sympathy clap. I know that when I hear one. That was really rude. You're like, oh, he's fat and he's nervous. Yeah, I'm 25 years old, and I'm supposed to be in the best shape of my life right now. That laugh was rude as hell, sir. Just got to be honest. Like, the joke isn't even there, and you're like, I get it right away. I don't even need to. It's not really a thinker. Now, I'm supposed to be in the best shape of my life, and, you know, all my friends, they can all eat like shit and just drink beer, and they all have six-packs. And I'm, like, going on jogs and eating salad, and I look exactly like John Candy. Something's fucked up. I'm supposed to have abs right now, but if they did a biopic on Chris Chrissy, I could be his body double in a nude scene, all right? Something is wrong. This is not okay, all right? But it's fine. You know, there's advantages. There's, like, benefits of being my size. Normally it's an NFL contract, but the Eagles didn't want a cigarette-smoking left guard with glass ankles, so I decided to be a fucking clown instead. And it's working out. This is my first set since March, and I am shitting my pants. Thank you. Another sympathy clap, even from Joe. I like how Joe can just come up here and shred on the guitar and like look like a hot guy, and I'm coming on stage like, I'm fat. You guys like me yet? It's fucked up. I'll say it right now, Vinny, I don't like the format of this fucking show. I have to follow these man rockets. Don't you dare heckle me, Joe. Shut the fuck up, all right? I know you're hot and you're playing around. This is my time, God damn it. There are some benefits of being my size. A couple years ago, I was in a car accident. I was in a really bad car accident. There was so much force in the car accident that I broke one of my femurs. It's like the hardest bone in your body. Pretty crazy. The first guy in the scene showed up and like pulled up to my window, and he was like, hey, man, you're lucky to be alive. In fact, the only reason why you are alive right now is because you're so fat. And then he just walked away. I felt like he could have just stopped talking at lucky to be alive, personally. I think he could have just wrapped it up right there, like, oh, my God, you made it. God bless you. Kiss on the forehead, right? Is that a thing? Is that a white privilege thing, or is that a me thing? That every single cop I've met, I've kissed right on the fucking lips. Guy writes me a ticket. He's like, sir, slow down next time. I'm like, yes, absolutely. Have a good day, all right? Please don't arrest me. I don't know. I got to get in better shape. No shit. And I think I need to start using cocaine to lose weight. I think, yeah, okay. Just outed yourself. I can hear your teeth grinding from here, but it's like my only option at this point. You know, I just gotta start doing coke. Do you know that Mexico took a big step in legalizing recreational cocaine last year? It almost happened for the entire country. A judge in the court of law in Mexico gave 2 Mexican citizens the right to use recreational cocaine, and it was this close for happening in the entire country. And if it did happen, I feel like there's a lot of people who were very in favor of the wall being built, who would have backpedaled pretty goddamn hard on that stance. So a lot of people like, you know what, we got to build that wall. We have our own issues to deal with. Keep them out. Wait, they have what now? All right, new plan. How about instead of a wall, we build a fucking zip line down in Mexico? We gotta get hang gliders. We gotta go, bro. They got 8 balls. We gotta go. All right. So I'm moving to Mexico, and I'm gonna get a 6-pack. I'm gonna sniff my way into abs, sir. Okay, this is fun. This is horrifying. They're going to sweeten the live stream with laugh tracks, so don't even worry about it. I'm not even here right now. But, you know, I tried running. Has anyone tried running? Any of you fucking weirdos just run with no destination like you're the Terminator? You fucking creeps. Stop it. You're weird, all right? Here's my problem with running is I have these fat fucking thighs, all right? And they rub together. It's called chub rub. Does anyone experience chub rub? I'm the only person who just said, yeah, okay, whatever. So when your thighs rub together, it dries and irritates the skin. So what do you need to do? You need to lotion the thighs, right? Make sure you're repairing the skin. Now, the problem is sometimes my penis will get stuck in between my thighs, and I will just be walking around hands-free masturbating for sometimes an entire day. Sometimes a whole day. I'm just walking around, like, singing to myself. I'm like, people are like, wow, why is that giant idiot humming? I'm just like, no one knows. Now, my problem with running is when I run, I come. So I can't run. In college, my coach was like, Sam, you need to get in the goal line, do some suicides. You're getting fat. I'm like, Coach, I'm empty, all right? I have nothing. If you want me to run 3 more strides, I'm either going to need a fire extinguisher or new pants. I fucked that bit up. I haven't told it since March, all right? Whew. I like how there's people sitting like on the sidewalks over there just having a nice glass of wine and salmon. Like, oh, it's so nice to be out to be out in society again. I'm over here in a mic like I make myself come with my thighs. How's that for a night out? That guy just goes, yeah. All right, holy shit, what do we got? Oh, fuck, I got like 2 hours left. All right. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, here we go. I'm starting to lose adrenaline. Okay. Yeah, I'm Irish. My dad's an Irish immigrant. I was born in Canada myself. It's a heavy booze bags in my family. My dad, when I was in high school one time, my dad decided to get like browned out drunk on scotch one night because it was like a Tuesday, and that's what you do when you're born in Belfast, right? No Irish alcoholics in here? Okay, it's fine. You know what? I feel safe now. And one night he poured a full glass of scotch and left it on the counter, and he must have just like walked away and went to sleep because he was too fucked up. And the next morning, I woke up when I was going to school, and I thought it was apple juice, and I drank about 5 shots of scotch before I went to my sophomore year of high school. And it was like the best day of my entire life. I fell in love in English class. I fell out of love by biology. It was nice. I told my football coach to go fuck himself. I was like, ooh, I'm warm and I have courage. What is happening, you know? I had an affair with a gym teacher. That was fun. Yeah, it was good. It was big news. It ruined his marriage, but it was a good, oh, yeah, fuck you, all right? You're Oz. It's a Catholic high school. You get what you pay for, all right? Yeah, but it's all right. So I'm trying to cut back on the drinking. But luckily, even though I'm a big oaf, I've successfully dated women out of my league for whatever reason. I think a lot of them are just undiagnosed mental patients, but thanks, man. Yeah, I don't know. There's just like if you look at it on a scale from 1 to 10, there's such a jump between us two that they try to make me feel better and like boost my self-esteem when we're like intimate. They try to like tell me something to like make me feel like I don't have bigger tits than them. You know what I mean? Like something like that. Someone is odd. Shut up. So I was with a lady one time. Thank you so much. And just getting romantic in the back seat of my 2005 Toyota Camry. And yes. This is my first stand-up setback, and I got a beautiful black lady to go, oh, Lord, yes. I don't care if there's 3,000 white people giving me a standing ovation. Nothing will beat a middle-aged black woman's approval. Yes! All right. Anyways, I was mixing it up in the back seat of my Camry, and I took my shirt off, as you do when you're doing adult shit, and I made a joke to try and ease the mood. I was like, hey, this is like banging a manatee or something, right? We're about to get National Geographic in this bitch, right? And she didn't laugh, which was weird. And she just looked me dead in the face, and she got really serious and was like, no, don't put yourself down. I'm just happy that you're comfortable enough to take your shirt off around me. And it was the meanest thing anyone's ever said to me in my entire fucking life. I don't know how in one comment I can go from like, damn, this girl's awesome. Maybe, I'll pull out this time. 2, actually, I'm just going to swim with a shirt on for the rest of my life. That's what's going to happen now. I'm just going to swim in a white T-shirt where you can just see my nipples. All right, 1 more hour left. No, but bigger dudes, bigger guys. Are there any big single fellers in here? Dude, yes. Oh, you're sitting with your girl. Oh, man, he's in the doghouse. He's sleeping on the couch tonight. Sitting next to his wife like, yeah, oh. Forgot where I was. But big dudes, we can provide a service to women that in-shape men cannot provide. It was almost like a fetish-like appeal. I was at a bar one time doing my thing, just getting boogieing, right? And this girl came up to me. She was my age, and she was gorgeous. And she was coming on to me really hard, and I was confused. So I just asked her why. And she was like, honestly, Sam, you're so big, you look like you could bang me really hard. She was a little aggressive for my taste, thank you. And it showed me that the category of fetish that I fall under, that I can provide for these women, is just momentum. Apparently, my double average mass multiplied by my velocity, physics, equals enough momentum that with a single thrust, I'm going to send this bitch into a different dimension. And hopefully she ends up in the dimension where her dad actually loved her. Fingers crossed. Trying to reconnect people, But it's cool. I have good news. We hooked up. Thank you again. Hold the applause. And I have to be honest, She ended up sucking on one of my tits. That's right. That's right. You better applaud. My grandma's watching this live stream in Toronto. I know she's clapping. You better clap too. It was great. It felt like less of a sexual experience, and it just sort of felt like I was breastfeeding her, really. I was like, oh, you're going to do it? All right. And she's latched. All right. It was nice. Well, you guys were a lot of fun. Thank you so much. This was fucking awesome. Here's Vinny. Thank you.
Put your hands together for Sam Hunter and the band, everybody. So I'm very proud of this audience because they're all they're wearing their mask when they have to.
Yeah.
Right. And no one's being a jackass.
They're not being like you.
No.
So Vinny likes to, even though we're not allowed to shake hands, like nonstop when we're out, he's like, I'll just shake your hand. I'll just shake your hand. I'm like, stop.
No, people offer their hand to me, and I feel bad.
When we met that motorcycle guy, you were the one that was like, oh, it was nice meeting you. I know when we're not supposed to be doing this, and now I'm chasing you with the hand sanitizer.
He was a biker. Bikers don't get COVID. You're immune. I will tell you this. We walked in. I took Vinny to dinner in Red Bank. And when I walked in, a guy in the restaurant, which was outside.
Right.
Although there are restaurants in Red Bank doing full inside. I'm not, right? That's the face, sir. Total bullshit.
No,
I won't tell you which restaurant, but I'll tell you right now. If we get shut down again because of that jackass, I'm going to trash them. So.
Yeah, Vinny's been videotaping them just in case. We've been driving around, and Vinny's like, if we get shut down, everybody's getting shut down.
Well, that's because Governor Murphy said if there's violators, he's going to shut us all down.
Which is not fair.
That's not fair.
Not fair.
I drive 80 miles an hour, sir, everywhere I go. Okay? If I get a ticket, you don't get a goddamn ticket. Right? Yeah. My trooper friend's in the back. He gave me a family member card. I'm bulletproof. I got pulled over one day with a nun dragging from the back. I'm like, yeah, look at that. Okay? Get the nun in the ditch. I'm in a rush. So I walk in the restaurant, and a guy said, I watch your show. I love your show. And he stuck his hand out. And I had to shake it.
No, you don't have to shake it. You don't. You can just be like, here you go.
No.
Here you go. Here's an elbow.
That's worse. That's what they tell you. Cough into your elbow. Here's a little COVID for you. Coffee. That people love it. Like the elbow won't. Here you go. Very dangerous.
Well, you could just do a wave, too. Wave.
No, I think the only way to do it, you have to offer a full makeout session. Just go, I'm now making out with people. But the guy wanted to shake my hand, and I shook it. Because he's my only fan. No, Joe, I don't have a lot, Joe. There's you, too. When I shake your hand all the time, you can't piss off one of your two fans.
No, you can't.
So I shook his hand. I said, I'll shake.
Right.
And then what I did, I just held my hand out to my side for the rest of the night. I shook his hand. I'm like, I won't use that again.
Right. No. I think, so you brought up the fact that your one trooper friend is here. Actually, we have two trooper friends here tonight. We have two.
Oh, that's right. Well, he's retired.
Yes, but we have two trooper friends here.
Yeah.
But our one trooper friend that you met, I think you should tell everybody how you met our one trooper friend. That was a super.
I don't think that trooper wants me to tell that story.
Okay, all right.
I don't mind telling it.
Is it okay? Okay, we can tell the story. Yeah.
All right. So I drive what Vicky refers to
as a jackass. Like, he's that person on your bumper flashing the high beams, like, get out of the way, get out of the way.
Only if you're in the wrong goddamn lane and I'm in a rush. Then it's not a problem.
Yeah.
If you stay to the right, it's not right or wrong, sir. Yeah, stay to your right.
Yeah. So Vinny's that person that does that. Go on.
So I was in a rush, and I was doing 90 miles an hour up the turnpike, which is an acceptable speed during COVID, but this was pre-COVID. All right? The troopers will tell you, they were pulling shit over during COVID. But anyway, I was doing 90, and I got pulled over by Mr. Do-Gooder in the back over there. And when he sees my license, he goes, oh, you're from Middletown? I'm from Middletown. And he goes, you have any points on your license? I'm like, I don't. And so he ran my license, right? And he came back, and he goes, look, I'm not going to ding you up here because, we're both from Middletown and all. And he gave me back the license. And I said, I own the Stress Factory. Let me give you some tickets. And he said, fuck that. I need cash. And
he did not say that.
I made that part up. Anyway, he was very professional. He goes, I can't do that. I can't take that. And I said,
Vinny said, well, now that you stopped me, you made me late. Like, obviously, I was speeding for a reason. So could you please give me a police escort now? Because now I'm even later.
Because we're from the same town.
Now they're like the best of friends. Yeah.
And he said, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
That's exactly what he said to me. He said, what the fuck? And then I look at him, and I'm like, that guy looks just like Matt Damon.
Yeah, he does. He looks just
like
Matt Damon.
He's our best-looking state trooper, sir. They got the ugly one with Murphy every day. This guy's 10 times better looking.
Yeah.
Murphy wanted someone ugly, and that's why Drew did not get the job. Anyway.
Yeah.
By the way, Pat Callahan, you know I love you. If you're watching, we got you, folks. Anyway, so I don't get the ticket.
No.
And then about 5 months later, we have Chris Rock here. It's sold out.
Yeah.
And my cell phone rings, and it's Drew Pica.
Yeah.
And he goes, hey, it's Drew Pica. I go, I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. And he goes, well, how many state police officers have you asked for an escort up the turnpike? I'm like, oh, hey, how you doing, Drew?
Yeah.
So he comes over to the house. He would not take the tickets for free.
Nope.
Would not take them for free, but he gave me a card.
Yeah.
It said, hey, I got him in the show, sir, but he paid. No bullshit. He paid, okay, unlike George. Anyway, the point is, so the card says, if you have any trouble with Vinny Brands, he's a friend of mine, give me a call. I got that card on a Thursday night. 1 week later, I'm doing 95 miles an hour on the turnpike.
Clearly he's learned his lesson.
Huh?
Clearly you learned your lesson.
I was in a rush.
Yeah, obviously.
And I get pulled over, and I'm like, who gives a shit? So the trooper comes up, and I play like I've never sped ever in my life. I'm like, I have this business card. I don't even know how to give it to you. And the trooper takes it, and he goes, I'll be right back. And I'm sitting there, and then my phone dings. It's a text message, and it says, hey, Speedy Gonzalez, slow the fuck down. You're lucky I answered. I'm on vacation. Don't be an asshole. We got more show, but first, thank you so much. We got one little thing to do. So every week, we talk about good food and such. Are you ready, Crystal?
The sponsors,
It's unbelievable. We have sponsors, sir, and Good Food and Such is our sponsor. Now, look, you can't go spend money with them. All you can do is follow them.
Follow them on Instagram.
On Instagram, and the food is incredible, right?
It's healthy food that is so tasty and delicious. It's amazing. It's
yeah,
really
and when
good
you
food.
say healthy, everyone thinks it tastes like shit. But
no, it doesn't. It's amazing. It's really good food.
Yeah, it's food you can eat, sir, and you feel like you should be getting fat and having a heart attack, but you're not. It's unbelievable. And so we're laying that commercial in right now. Go on Instagram and Facebook and follow them. That's all they want you to do.
Yep.
And we got some great food again tonight.
Yeah, we do. She is supplying with really
good
food.
we don't have enough to share with you. You're screwed.
Sorry.
All right, are we almost done with the commercial, Crystal? Yeah. Oh, I got to talk more about Good Food and Such. How much money are they paying us? All right, so anyway, go follow Good Food and Such on Instagram right now. And we've got more show for you after this. I'm going to do an introduction while we're doing this. And Joe, you'll play a little music for us, right? After the show, Joe, will you play some more? You'll just play, right? Let me tell you something, Joe. I'm going to put a tip jar right there, and you guys can listen to Joe all night long. And if you feel so inclined, you can give Joe some money. It doesn't matter either way if you do or don't, right? It doesn't matter. But we want you to because these guys are fantastic. Alex, I apologize. All right, I said that I don't care, but I do. All right. Alex, everybody, is at Princeton University studying. Yeah, Princeton. Yeah. Joe, on the other hand, can roll a mean joint. Anyway. All right, so it's time for a headline act. You guys ready for a headline act? Let me hear you loud and clear. Hand me that wipe, would you, Vic? Vic, wipe yours down. Wipe yours down while I do this. Rich is very paranoid. Rich thinks he's going to get the COVID and die. So we're going to wipe down the microphone. There we go. So ladies and gentlemen, listen to me carefully. Our headliner tonight, one of my favorite guys in the entire business, one of the best comics in the entire business, with an amazing list of credits. Comedy Central, all over radio, on every radio show you can imagine. He was just seen in the hit movie, The King of Staten Island. You can also download the Rich Vos roast on YouTube. Over 250,000 hits and growing every single week. One of the best pieces of work on YouTube. Please welcome our good friend, the one and only Rich Vos, everybody.
Does it? Oh, it works. Hey, a big hand for Vinny and Vicky. Who would have thought that Vinny could do that much time without a telephone behind him? It's amazing. I told you guys to play Ja Rule. I don't know that corny ass white shit you. Anyhow, this is good to be here under a parking garage. Next week I'm doing the outside of a bus terminal, so I'm pretty happy about that. You ever love something so much in life, something you think about all day, you obsess about it, you dream about it. It pretty much defines who you are. And it could be anything. It could be mountain climbing or a job or career. Just something so dear and close to your heart. And then you come to the realization, I'm too old, I can't physically or mentally do this anymore. That's the feeling I got as I was walking up here tonight. I am so done with this bullshit. I really am. I had a nice 3-month retirement. And I'm back. You try to get out and they pull you right back in. I feel like I'm getting too old for this. You know what I mean? Like, how old are you, sir? About 35? 67. Yeah, I used to work at Carnival, but I got fired because I was always 40 years off. When you wake up, do you wake up in physical pain in the morning? No? You're lying to me. We haven't even met. I'm not sleeping with you, and you're already lying. Where did you meet her? 30 years ago in Belmar? Brooklyn. I wake up in so much pain in the morning. My body feels like what a Picasso painting looks like. Back in the day, I'll talk about it later, but back in the day, I have a pretty dark past. A lot of drugs, a lot of craziness. I put myself in positions in life where guns were pointed at me. I could have been shot, robbed. Anything could have happened, and I had no fear. No fear whatsoever. Now, I'm scared to death that I'm going to slip in the shower. I hold on to everything. When you're young, you take handrails for granted. Listen, when I make love to my wife, I have to hold on to something. Our neighbor. Getting old sucks. Are you going to sit there bored like this? This is what I got to look at behind me? Shut up. You're going to be playing a garage next week. Getting old. I went into a club before all this happened, and I walk in the door, and the kid at the door, under 25, so you knew he was stupid, he asked me for ID. I go, how about the bags under my eyes? You want ID? A lot of people under 21 dyeing their beards gray. I go, you want some real ID? Stand by my bed at night as I'm sleeping and watch me wake up 5 times to go take a piss. Getting old, and I'm getting cranky. Are you getting cranky? A little bit, yeah. I can imagine. I like that shirt. There's some Marshalls by where you live. As I was sitting home through the last couple of months, I watched 4 seasons in a row of Narcos, and I think it's affecting the way I'm dressing. I'm getting too cranky. Like if I ask somebody a question and yes or no's the answer, that's all I need, yes or no, and then we can move on and live our lives. I was in a diner, and I asked the waitress, I go, do you have turkey burgers? She said, we used to. I go, well, why don't you sit down and we'll reminisce the good old days. The last time I checked into a hotel, I'm at the front desk, and the lady said, spell your name. And it's V as in Victor. I go, V-O-S. And she's staring at me. She said, is that it? And I go, no, but usually after 3 letters, I need to take a break. So I'm going to head to my room and nap, and then I'll come back and finish the spelling of my last name. But thank you for pointing out that I might not know how to spell my last name. I do have some notes here because I haven't worked in 3 months. In Dunkin' Donuts the other day, I was the only one. Which one of you guys gets more pussy? He does, right? You could tell. He probably gets so much pussy, he fucks you, huh? Be careful. Why? You can't hit me because you'll fuck your arms up and you won't be able to play guitar anymore. I just got threatened by Roy Orbison. He said, be careful. Shut up, I'm a comic. You're going to sit back there, you're going to take it. Sirens in New Brunswick, there's a shocker. What was I saying? Oh, I was in Dunkin' Donuts the other day. I'm the only one. I loved you too in the picture with the pitchfork. I was the only one in Dunkin' Donuts, just me. And I go to the guy behind the counter. Can I have a coffee with a milk and a sweet and low? He said, how many sweet and lows? I go, well, in this country, when we compare letters to numbers, A equals 1. If I said, can I have a coffee with a milk and E sweet and lows, that would be 5. But we stop the letter system at B and go right back to the number system. Right? He picks up a cup with a marker and said, what's your name? I go, I'm the only fucking one in here. When the coffee's done, just go, hey, you. I'm a cranky asshole. I was on an elevator in New York, and this other guy gets on the elevator, and we don't say a word to each other. And he gets off 2 floors below me. As he's getting off, he said, have a good day. I'm like, yo, man, we didn't talk. What's this about? And right as the door closed, I went, no. I'm just an asshole. Oh, you know what I'm saying there? You look like an out-of-work fortune teller. Did you go, oh, at that? It's going to get a lot worse. I'm telling you, I'm so unlucky. I'm waiting for a car just to crash over that. I'm just waiting for a car to land on me, and this guy plays me off. Comedy, I don't need comedy. I used comedy for years to fill an empty void. I blame my parents, but whatever. Divorce. And I don't need comedy now, and Vinny talked about it, but now with Amazon, that's all I need. I'm 1 click away from happiness. I love Amazon. I buy something on Amazon, and I go on the road, and I know I have something to come home to. I have a wife and kids, but they don't do it for me anymore. I was on the road somewhere, and I'm sitting in my hotel room, and my wife calls, and she's like, you know, the oven broke, the dog, the house is falling apart, the kid, she's just having a breakdown. And all I want to ask her is, did I get a package? Oh, your grandmother died. That's horrible. I ordered boots. This is going well. I only had to look at my notes so far twice. I was in Cabo San Lucas before this all happened. It was amazing. I was getting great gigs. I mean, great. Cabo, did the MGM Grand in Vegas, the Borgata. Great. But I also got some shitty gigs before. One time I had to work a firehouse. And I remember 14 years ago, I was sitting in a hotel room in Aspen, Colorado, and I'm watching Louis C.K. jerk off. And I said, Louis, are you sure I'll never work a firehouse? And right when his load hit me in the chest, he said, I can't make any promises. Me too, ladies, me too. Cabo was great. That story might be too old. I might have to drop that from the repertoire. Ugh. Narcissistic jackass. I'm going to open a club and put my picture. I'm going to put it twice. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my picture all over the goddamn parking garage. Fucking asshole. Oh, shut up. Dumb. Are you two having any fun? A lot of people show it in their face. Are you having a good time? You're not mad at me, are you? All right, you're not going to put a spell on me and fucking shrink my head or something. Walk around next week going Beetlejuice. All right. Are you guys, do I know you guys? Are you from my hometown? Are you from Plainfield? Watchung. I grew up on Watchung. Are you Glenn? What's up? Is that Glenn and Gordon? What's up? I grew up with these brothers, right? Listen to me. We had a great neighborhood. See, that's why Black Lives can't come after me, because I got my fucking posse right here. All right? Shit. We grew up, our neighborhood was off, I grew up in Plainfield, Watchung and Richmond, and we had the best block parties, the best. And everybody brought food to the block parties. You get down there to be greens and cornbread and black-eyed peas and everything, macaroni and cheese. And my little white ass come walking down the street, Jewish ass with potato pancakes. The fuck are those? Potato pancakes, motherfucker. Get me some applesauce. How's Val and Sharon and everybody? Everybody's good? Good to see you. I didn't realize you talked that much. These motherfuckers could play basketball. God damn. Glenn and Gordon, man. I used to just bust their ass, but we had a good time. We had a good neighborhood, didn't it? You know, I live in Hillsborough now, which is, I went from, Plainfield to Cows. But anybody always asks, where you from? I always go Plainfield, New Jersey, which is a nice place if you're a bullet. Fucking love Plainfield. Good to see you guys. Can I buy you two a drink? Yo, you three. What are you guys drinking? Huh? Rum and Coke? What are the odds? What are you drinking? Excuse me, beverage technician? Just get them all a drink on me, which is going to be on Vinny. Get them. I know, I'm going, God damn it. If I was up close, I can't see, I'm old. Anyhow, let me get back to this. Listen, we grew up in such a mixed environment. It was such a great environment. Right now, my oldest daughter lives with a black dude, and people are people to me. Interracial dating's tough. It is tough. But I'll tell you what's really tough is gay interracial dating. That's a tough call home. Right? Dad, I'm gay. Now sit down. I was in Cabo San Lucas. Cabo was amazing. I had my own driver there in Cabo, and he's driving me around. And we're talking. He said, driving's not my main occupation. What I've been doing most of my life is marble work, granite work, and I've been doing marble and granite work. And I go, why are you driving now? Because they're putting up hotels and resorts everywhere in Cabo. He said, the problem is they're bringing in labor from other parts of the country that are working for less than 1/3 of the money that I make, less than 1/3. And I'm thinking, how fucked up is this? That even Mexicans have Mexicans. You could laugh at that. They don't have a big lobby right now. You just got to draw the line on what you say. There's a lot of political correctness going on. And I was not a politically correct person growing up. Even in elementary school, when the teacher used to say sit Indian style, I get a bottle of whiskey and lay in the curb. Are those two jokes going to end my career? Or do you think working in front of a parking garage is ending my career? This fly-by-night stage. If we had to relocate this show, we could do it in 5 minutes. What else do I have? I don't want to tell that story. It's too dirty. Yeah, I'm going to tell it. It's a true story. This is a true story. Political correctness, listen, I get it now. There's a lot of shit, but there's certain things, like this is the most politically correct thing that's ever happened to me in my career. I was working in Vegas right before all this, and they have a late show in Vegas. It's called Dirty at 12:30, and all the comics from all the clubs, all the headliners go over and do a guest spot at this show at South Point Casino. So the last time I was in Vegas, is a true story. I get there to do a guest spot, and the first act on the show, is an ex-porn guy, Ron Jeremy. He used to do porn, probably the grossest human being on the planet, but he stopped doing porn and he decided to do comedy now. Because comedy's so easy. I mean, look, this is easy. So he's the first act on the show, and they introduce him. He walks on stage playing the harmonica. He's just playing the harmonica, the ex-porn guy. Does 10 minutes of unwatchable comedy, walks off the stage playing the harmonica. Well, I'm the next act up. So I walk on stage, and my opening joke is that harmonica has AIDS, right? He's a porn star. Well, I get off the stage, and backstage, a female friend of his, a porn actress, was complaining that my joke offended her. A porn star. I think she goes by Triple Anal. My joke offended Triple Anal. Do you think the next day at work, she was like blowing like 7 guys as she's getting taken from behind, and she's like, hold on. I was at this comedy show last night. That's as dirty as I'm going to get. But it's a true story. I was doing a show before this, and I'm talking to this guy in the audience, and I go, what do you do for a living? And he said, I just started doing the open mic new talent comedy circuit. I'm going, good for you. I go, how old are you? He said, I'm 55. I go, you're starting comedy at 55? He said, no, it's on my bucket list. His bucket list. This is my life. Right? I've always wanted to fly a plane, but I never walked into the cockpit and said, hey, can I take it around the block a couple times? So I started trashing the guy a little, and out of nowhere he says, well, I don't have health insurance, and I have a brain tumor. I'm like, oh, shit, did he just say that? I completely lost the audience. It was horrific. This guy in the audience raises his hand, yells over to him. He goes, look, I don't care if you have health insurance. Come to my office next week. We'll take x-rays and see how we could handle this. All the tension in the room was released. It was like a weight lifted off my shoulder. I was like, thank God. I go, sir, you're a good person. You're a kind person, and that's very nice of you. I want to thank you. I go, how long have you been a brain surgeon? He said, well, I'm not. I'm an orthopedist, but brain surgery's on my bucket list. See? We, that wasn't good enough for you, huh? All of a sudden, the musicians are turning into Simon. We just bought a house in Hillsborough, an acre of property. I'm fighting a gopher right now. No, a groundhog. It's a nightmare. My last place I lived in caught on fire. We had a fire at my condo, which was a nightmare. I was working in Sacramento, California, and my wife calls me and says, I smell smoke. So I said, well, go on the internet and see if there's like a fire in town, right? Because I know a lot about profiling because I've watched every episode of Law and Order. Like if I walked into a house and saw a dead body, I would go, don't touch it. Or if I opened a dumpster and just saw a head in it, I would go foul play. Some of the shit I learned profiling. So I go to take a nap in my hotel in Sacramento, and my wife calls me and says, our house is on fire. I go, well, you didn't tell me you smelled the smoke in our house. But she has no profiling skills because she doesn't watch those shows. She watches like the housewife shows. So she's good at talking behind the backs of friends. So I fly home Friday night. I lose my weekend, a lot of money, which I don't know why I flied home. I could have waited a Sunday because I got home and goes, looks burnt to me. And the fire started on our balcony. So now I get home, and I'm 3,000 miles away, and the detective is questioning me. And I'm like, whoa, slow down, a little professional courtesy, between my profiling skills, you know what I mean? But he's questioning me, and he's good. And I'm starting to think, maybe I did do this. And then the insurance companies, they started questioning me because, it happened on our balcony, and they just wanted to see if there was a defective appliance or something because they don't want to pay out. So they're asking me questions like, what did they ask me? Did you have a grill on your balcony? Well, if it started on the balcony and there was a grill, unless it was a wooden grill, it would still be there, right? Then he asked me, he goes, do you have a coffee pot on your balcony? I go, yeah, my wife and I make coffee on our balcony, and then we sit in two bathtubs and pretend we're in a Cialis commercial. He asked me, he said, where was your 7-year-old at the time? I go, well, it was Friday, so she was probably in the meth lab. Look, here's the deal. Insurance companies, people are greedy, but also insurance companies, they try to save money and they don't want to pay. I just wanted what I was owed. That's all. I'm an honest guy. I had, some clothing, some electronics. I had a Monet and a Warhol. You liked that one, didn't you? I love that shirt. It matches everything. It's beautiful. It really is. Kohl's. I love Kohl's. You could be in the back of the store at Kohl's and have an item that costs $100, and by the time you get to the register, it's free. Kohl's has no self-esteem. Hold on, I think my train's here. Hold on, I got a couple more bits. They gave me the light, but I don't know how much time that means. I want to talk about my kids. Oh, my wife, married. How long? Are you married? How long? Too long? Listen, she's a lovely lady. You're not going to do any better, all right? With your little Popeye the Sailor Man shirt. My wife and I have been married. My wife and I were driving in New York one night, and we see this big Victoria's Secret model billboard, and they're top-of-the-line models. We're staring at this billboard amazed on how hot they are. And my wife says, I would never want to look like one of them. I go, well, they're so wish you don't have to waste. All right, they don't eat nachos at 2 in the morning. Here's a sex one. Here's a true one. The other night, my wife was, how can I keep this clean? Blowing me, right? And I'm old. Out of nowhere, she said, come on my face. The only way I could come on my wife's face is if she laid directly under me and it fell on her. Or if I came in my hand. I don't shoot, I drop. Look at that couple. That kind of. Remember when you two used to have phone sex, right? How much time? Like, can I do 5? I don't know. They love me. Are you having a good time? All right. I mean, I could do it. I haven't been on stage in over 3 months. You could tell. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll sit up here and tell a couple boring sports stories. Shut your fucking mouth. And the tickets were $1,100, so we raised the price of drinks. Always bend like this with your knees. When you get older. My kid, I'm glad when she was in school, she came home, my 12-year-old came home from school with lice. I know, and you feel bad as a parent making a 12-year-old sleep on the porch for 4 nights. I have a 1,400 thread count. You know what I'm saying? Is this your girlfriend? No, you had to think about it. That means no. Oh, how long has he been trying to go out with you? Not long? Look how high he is. Oh, you could do so much better. You ever been in a BMW? Huh? You ever been to a Hampton Inn? I'm a high roller. In February, I celebrated 34 years sober with no alcohol or drugs, 34 years clean. Even though I haven't got high for 34 years, I still have some of the habits and behaviors of a drug. Sometimes I act like a drug addict even though I don't do drugs. I was driving through Dunkin' Donuts through the drive-thru, not the same one as the earlier joke, a different one. And I'm going through the drive-thru and I ordered a coffee and a donut. So I put my order in. I pull up to the window. The dude opens the window and he's holding the coffee and a donut. And I'm holding the money. And I'm looking at him, he's looking at me. I'm going, look, pal, I'm not giving you the money till you give me at least the donut. I don't know you like that. Give me the donut, I'll give you some money, give me the coffee, I'll finish payment and get the fuck out. If the product's good, I'll come back. We argued for 10 minutes. He finally gave me the donut, and I drove away. Fucking ripped off the donut dealer. I was a bad drug addict. I was a piece of shit when I did drugs. I was a liar, a manipulator. I was a scumbag. But that was my life then. My life now is like laying in bed with my wife watching like Game of Thrones, eating a protein bar. That's a pretty big fucking change. Pretty big change. Not enough for her. She'll come in yelling, you didn't fold the laundry. Yeah, and I also didn't sell your grandmother's silverware. I'll wrap it up with this. Here's the arrogance behind me saying I have 34 years. Believe me, I'm glad, but it's arrogant. I was doing a radio interview while we've been at home, and you're looking at this. Bill Gates just put a chip in my arm. We're trying something. Fucking poison ivy. I've never had it in my life. I was always felt like I was so much better than when people talk poison ivy. I would look down on them and go, I never had that shit. What's wrong with you? And now I got it. But now I could talk poison ivy. If it ever comes up, yeah, I had it. Pussy shit. I hope to God I don't get it down here. Oh, anyhow, here's the arrogance. I was doing a radio interview, and the interviewer said, why do you think you have 34 years and someone else might not? I said, well, if there is a God, and I believe in a God, I just don't take it to a weird level. Like my wife doesn't believe, she's an atheist, but like if we die together in a car accident and we're up there, I'm like, yo, she's on her own, man. You guys heard me. You heard me say, I believe. And we wouldn't be up here if she didn't grab the steering wheel. Anyhow. So I believe in a God. Well, but some people are, like I was reading on Facebook, this guy said he just got a show on True TV. And he's on Facebook. He said, I want to thank God for helping me get this show on True TV. And I wrote to him, I go, look, God does not fuck with True TV. God deals with HBO and Netflix, okay? So I said, if there is a God, maybe God kept me clean because I'm on stage and I could carry the message. Arrogant. Kept me alive, yet assassinated John F. Kennedy and Martin Luther King, but kept me alive to talk to 90 people in front of a fucking parking garage. Good night. Thank you. You were great.
Vos, clap it up for Rich Vos! Oh my God. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know something. We are so glad that you came out tonight. And the night's not over. It's over for you people on Facebook. I'm going to do a quick little promo for our show next week. Next week, Jessica Kirsten will be here. I'm going to turn Joe and the boys loose, and they'll play for you. Hang out, have some drinks. These guys are unbelievable. Clap for that band. Right or wrong, are they unbelievable? Now, I need 2 favors from you. 2 favors, very, very simple. Number 1, I need you to go on your Facebook page, your Instagram page, your MySpace page, and I want to make sure that you promo the show and put it out there for us. It's very important. It's on YouTube. Our brand new YouTube video will go up tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Follow Vinny Brand on YouTube. And also, please share this show. Next week, you want to see live comedy, we'll be here with Jessica Kirsten. We're going to keep doing this all summer long until we get opened up inside. And I know we tease, but keep your masks up. Help keep this curve flattened. New Jersey's done very well. Let's keep it that way. Right now, here's how it's going to go. Joe and the boys are going to play an unbelievable song, and then we're going to roll credits, and then I'm going to turn them loose for the night. One more big round of applause for Joe, Alex, and the drums. Max!
All right. shoot no deputy, no. And all around in my hometown, they're trying to track me down. They say they want to bring me in guilty for the killing of a deputy, for the life of a deputy. And I say, I'll shot the shell, but I swear it wasn't self-defense. I shot the shell, and they say it is a capital offense. Sheriff John Brown has said it me, but what I don't know, every time that I plant a seed, he said to kill it before it grows. And I said no. I shot the shell, but I did not shoot no deputy. I shot the shell, I did not shoot no deputy, no. And all around in my old town, they're trying to track me down.
Clap it up for Joe Coonan, everybody. Alex Moravicek and Max on the drums. That's our show tonight, Vicky.
Have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, and listen, you people here, your night's not over. You people on Facebook, your night's out, but join us next week. Please share the show on Facebook, right, Vicky?
Please, definitely. We're trying to pay for our kids.
I was screaming and yelling. Vicky did it very quiet with that. Oh, yeah, okay, by the way, if you're in the studio audience, they're going to play. They'll play as long as you're up here. I'm going to put a tip cup up here. Please pay your servers directly. Your servers work their ass off. Clap for them. This job is not easy.
It's especially not easy working in a mask. It's very difficult for them to breathe, so they're working very hard.
Yeah, right? And those masks, the club supplied. And let me tell you something. We got them on Amazon. They were used. It's very difficult to work in a used mask. Now, listen up. We're going to roll credits. Joe, you get ready. After credits, we'll play. Roll credits, Crystal.
control. Yeah, that's control. And if you got what it takes.